Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to do an unboxing of the Beats Studio Buds. Now these you can actually purchase for $149.99, retail price at Apple. Can't say other places. For Best Buy, that's where I purchased mine, same price. They come in 3 different colors, red, white, and black. So, you know, if you don't care for AirPods and you want something that fits in your ear a little bit better, these are compatible with your Apple device. As soon as you open them up, put them in pair mode, it searches, it finds exactly what you need, and it connects. As long as you have iOS 14, I believe 0.5 and up, or 14.6, one of the two, whatever the current one is. But that's what these are compatible with Siri, and they do offer spatial audio. So now, let's talk about the battery life on these guys before I open them up. The box claims, now, it won't say this on the box, but on the website, it claims 5 minutes gives you about an hour charge out of the headset, which is pretty good. Fast charging is something that comes with majority headsets nowadays. These do not come with wireless charging, which I'm okay with because majority of headphones don't have wireless charging. And remember, this is the budget brand of basically Apple. Beats is now the budget brand. But I am surprised that they made this particular headset. 5 hours of active noise canceling on the buds. You get 8 hours with it off. The case itself can get 16 hours in addition to whatever the headset is charged up to. So you get 24 hours total with the case and headset if active noise cancellation is off. If active noise cancellation is on, you get 5 in the headset. You get 15 in the case, 10 in the case, I'm sorry. So you get 15 total hours out of this whole package with active noise canceling on. You get 24 with it off, just so you know. So you won't be surprised because active noise canceling, especially if you use it during just listening to music and movies and things, do drain your battery. So just be mindful of how you do a combination of talk time and how you charge your case, how often you charge the case. Also be wary of the fact that this does have USB-C. So if you're an Apple user, you will be carrying an entirely different cable. Unfortunately, it doesn't have wireless charging. Anyway, let's tear it open. I already opened it up earlier. So it's a little tab, you just tear that. There's no fancy box or anything like that. Again, this is the budget Apple right here. It basically Beats. All right, so once you already push that out, here's the headset itself. But first things first, let's go ahead and see what it comes with inside the box. All right, so right here you have your fast fuel cable, USB-C to USB-C. We got here, you got your earbud tips. These actually don't feel too bad, soft tips, not bad at all. I will check to see if these are, yep, so these tips can be used, it looks like, with any type of earbud tip, I'm guessing. So I could probably, if you have a custom tip that you prefer to use yourself, which I do for every headset that I own, just about, outside of the Galaxy Buds Pros and the AirPod Pros, you could probably put on your own earbud tips. But I say just try these out to make sure that, you know, everything fits before you pop them in the case. Certain earbuds, when you try on the different rubber tips, don't fit inside the charging case, so just be wary of that before you walk out the house with them in your ear. Let's see what we have here. Over here, so we do have these options where it tells you how to put them in your ear, and what it does is you hit these buttons. You hit once to answer, hang up phone calls, and pause music. You hit twice to go forward. You hit 3 times to go backwards. Sorry, 3 times to make the song go backwards. Restart the song or change the song. One of the two, depending on how early in the song you are. So that's self-explanatory. I will show you the headset itself, of course. So you have these, Apple Music, blah, 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 blah. A Beats sticker. All right, a bunch of stuff that we're not going to read. Let me see, right here, this teaches you how to pair it to Android, actually. Pairing to Android. And I'm guessing the other side is, shows you how to charge it. Yada, yada. Basic common sense when it comes to earbuds. Now, on the Android, this is a Beats app that you need to download in order to really use these and utilize all the features. On iOS, it's a different story because it's iOS and they're made for them. Now, let's put this over here. All right, so what do we have here? So this is the earbuds themselves. This will be your, I believe this might be your sync button. If not, it said just open up the case. It puts it in pairing mode, so we'll definitely do that in a little bit. Not this video, but in another one. I have used them already, so I'll let you know how it actually sounds and the call quality and things like that. So this is the bud itself. This is how it looks. Now, even though this looks fat right here, right? Looks very, very fat. When you put them in your ear, I will say that it's very comfortable. So much so that I find these more comfortable than my AirPod Pros, and I find them more comfortable than my Galaxy Bud Pros by far. I had them in my ear for, I would say, about 3 to 4 hours. I haven't felt any ear fatigue. I don't suggest you have earbuds in for that amount of time because it could cause some discomfort and swelling inside of your ear, and it's not safe. But just be wary about how long you keep earbuds in your ear. It is a little slippery. I notice when you take them in and out of my ear, it's a little slippery right here. So just be mindful not to be standing anywhere storm drains or anywhere outside. Preferably if you're sitting down at your desk in your car, they're easy to take out in case they slip out of your hand. You do have the physical button right here. So when we had that option that said to pause, it's a physical button that you press. And when you press this while inside of your ear, certain earbuds I notice you have to press kind of hard, and it hurts your inside of your earlobe because you're pressing it so hard. These are actually very simple, very easy to use. Now, case itself, like I said, is USB-C. This, I'm going to assume you hold it to put in sync, because you can't exactly see your battery life. It's not going to show you your battery life for this particular type of case. It does let you know if it's charging on the outside. That's it. There's nothing special about this. This is very, very similar to the Galaxy Buds in terms of just the case design. Well, it's more so like AirPods, but I'm just going to show you the Galaxy Buds I have over here, and then you can determine that on your own. All right, so here we go. Let me take this off. There we go. So these are the Galaxy Buds, the Galaxy Bud Pros. These are the Beats Studio Buds. I gotta get used to that name. Here you are. Both work for Android. The difference is that this will both work for Android and iOS. But the main difference is that this will be a little bit more compatible with iOS, especially with the spatial audio, while this is strictly Android normally. Unfortunately, there's no app on the Apple side that you can use these on. The only app that you can use is the Samsung app for the watch. The Series 3, the Watch Active, Active 2, Active 3, all the active watches. And it only goes back a certain year for the active watches when it comes to using them under iOS. Now, let's talk about sound. Because I am going to do a comparison video on both of those, but not at the moment. Actually, you know what? No, I'll do it all in the same video. Let's do that. All right, so call clarity, I noticed when these were in the subway, they did sound decent. Now, the call quality on these aren't going to be better than AirPod Pros. On the other hand, it's certainly not going to be better than the Samsung Galaxy Bud Pros. The Bud Pros to me have a much better speaker than AirPod Pros, and it does a better job of isolating sound. Again, each person is different. I personally catch a subway, so there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of background. The people that I talk to said that they can hear me better in the Samsung Buds than they could in these. They could also hear me better in the AirPod Pros than these. Now, does that mean that these are bad headphones? Absolutely not. Because 100% these are better than regular AirPods. And the reason I'm going to say that is I'm not talking about software integration. What I'm talking about is if you're looking for bass, these are the headphones that you want. They have a good fit. They won't wobble in your ear back and forth like AirPods. AirPods, you touch your earlobe, the thing falls out. And it gets extremely dirty, which is really weird. But it's an open ear design, so that's one of the reasons why. They're not meant for heavy bass heads. It's just for talking, texting, music. If you're in I'm talking about the regular AirPods right now. The regular AirPods just can't be in this category right now, even though they're in the same price range. The reason it can't be in the same category because it doesn't produce the same sound. The call quality on the AirPods will be better than these. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be better. But if we're talking about music, this is typically standard Beats. It won't sound like the over-the-head headphones, which is extremely bass heavy, but these are bass heavy though. So if you're listening to rock or rap or certain songs where it requires a lot of bass, because rap really has a lot of bass, especially when you listen to a lot of trap music and different categories of music. I said trap, but different categories of music. You're going to get a lot of the bass out of it. If you're trying to hear certain instruments and just, you're not going to get that precise sound out of these. The Galaxy Buds, on the other hand, don't have as good bass as the Beat Studio Buds, but they do have better sound overall, better call quality, better sound. Noise canceling, I want to be honest with you, both of them suck. It's not the lowest tier of noise canceling. I would normally put them both in low tier, But the reason I've had worse noise canceling headphones. Nothing on the market to me is better than the I like the Bose. The what do they call it? The AirPod Pros have really good noise canceling with that suction. But remember, not everybody wants that. Primarily because that suction does feel like it's sucking on your ear, which can cause irritation. So to each their own, you can turn that feature off, which I suggest doing that if you're not used to it. But if you like noise canceling, you're trying to put this in your ear, you work at a construction site, you work at an extremely noisy place, these aren't going to give you the amount of noise cancellation that those $250 buds would. I'll be honest with you. And I don't think that's what they were aiming for with the Galaxy Buds. I don't think that was aiming for these. These, like I said in my last video, I feel like they're just an answer to anything Android. Meaning Anchor Buds, JLab Buds, Skull Candy Buds. Again, I'm naming certain buds of a certain price range because there are better noise canceling earbuds than Apple, but we're going past $250, $299. We're going higher in category. I'm trying to talk about the regular consumer that might be in a monthly cell phone plan, and whether you pay $150 for these or whether you put them on an EIP, some people want something a little bit different than AirPods because of the fit. To me, AirPods gave me headaches at first because of the open sound. If you turn it up too high, the sound quality definitely drops on regular AirPods. We're not talking about Pros. Pros are out of this category. Pros have better sound. It has much better sound, actually. Not to the point where you'll hate these or you'll throw these in the garbage, but it's not comparable. Like, these are very good. Don't get me wrong. But spatial audio with the Apple AirPod Pros are going to give you, you're going to hear the instruments better. You're going to hear every little detail of the song way better than you would with these. This is traditional beats. Think of the over-the-head headphones. Imagine that bass toned down a little bit because obviously it's an earbud, and that's it. There's nothing spectacular about them. They're just decent. They're good enough. So if you're using it, like I said, an Apple device, you'll be fine using these. The only issue is I would have thought that for that price, they would have made them wireless charging for $150. Most headphones in that price range, even the Anchor Liberty Air 2 Pros are wireless charging. They're $129. You would have thought they would have did that because most Apple users aren't going to have USB-C unless you're using, certain products do use USB-C, but if you're out on the go, you're not sitting at your desk, you may not have that. You could have just, stuck it on the back of your phone, wireless charging. No, they do not have them. So again, who is this for? If you don't want to pay $200 for Galaxy Buds Pros, right? And you're an Apple user, these are very, very good for you because they still work with iOS. When you pop the case open, it'll still pop up and show your battery life, things like that. You can still go into the Bluetooth and the settings and tweak how you want the headphones to sound. You do have the option to do that. If you're a type of person where you want something that works for Android and Apple, this is the best of both worlds. And I think that they were trying to do, even though this is going to interfere probably with the AirPod sales, like the regular ones. Remember, AirPod 3s are around the corner. The fact that the AirPod 1s and 2 are still selling is amazing in itself. But the AirPod 3 is going to have a different design. People are going to run to that, especially Apple heads. Personally, I'm skipping them. But other people are going to run to those headphones because there'll be a redesign and they'll finally get something different. Looking anyway. I'm sure it'll be the same device itself, just a different look. You know how Apple is with their products. This can work with Android. Like I said, it's an app for Android. This will work with Apple. It'll work for both worlds. It has USB-C, which is appealing to me. Even though I'm using the iPhone right now, it's very appealing to me because I do have Android devices. I still have Android tablets and other things that I use. I can just use that same charger. For an Apple user, if you have USB-C to any of your devices, your iPad, certain ones, you'll be perfectly fine. Not to mention it does come with the cable. And realistically, you're not going to carry a charger everywhere you go, especially if you work an 8-hour shift. You'll be fine. You can get 15 hours of battery life on active noise canceling. But if you're at work and you work in an office, you're not going to have both buds in your ear probably anyway. You're probably going to either have the left or the right by itself, which means active noise canceling won't be on, which also means you'll get that total of 24 hours, 8 hours in each ear. And that's perfectly fine. That's good enough. The fact that they did that much, I'm surprised, especially coming from Apple. They are very stingy when it comes to battery life. You've seen the AirPods and AirPod Pros, some of the worst battery life I've ever seen in any headset. That is the worst headset in terms of battery life at that $249 price point. I've never come across anything worse than that, battery wise. But again, I think you like these. These are actually very good. I'm going to use them as my daily, I'm about to say daily driver. I'm going to use them as my daily headset, probably for the next couple weeks. Give you an update about how I feel about them. The Galaxy Buds Pros. I even use these with Apple AirBuds. I'm sorry, Apple products. I don't mind, because as soon as you pop them both in the ear, even though you can't change the settings of these on the Apple product, when you put them in both your ears, it automatically will go into noise canceling mode. So anyway, that's the video for today. If you like these, that's how you pick up a pair. If you work in the office, get the black pair. They'll be a lot more less obvious. For me, I don't mind, because due to COVID, no one's really at the office. I can just rock these at any point. Plus, I do have a red iPhone and a red case, so that's definitely why I got them. Tired of getting something black all the time. Anyway, that's the video. If you like what you hear, definitely subscribe. Have any questions, any tests you want ran on these things, trust me, I'm going to put them through the ringer. Oh, there is one more thing. Now, when I went on the website, correction, not the website, when I looked at some reviews myself of these, because I always look at reviews too to see if they're worth even me buying, but I wanted to try these out personally, so the moment I knew it was available, I ran to Best Buy and got them. I'm not sure if these are water resistant. To be honest, it doesn't actually say that it is. A lot of times you have to go online to the website to double check that. I would say go to the Apple website. It does give you a little bit of information about this headset, the hours, the battery life, the quick charge, things like that. I would think that these are water resistant, meaning you can go into the rain and take a couple drops. You know, sweat resistant, go to the gym. You would think. I'm going to assume that they are. I don't care enough to find out, because again, that's not my lifestyle. I don't really do that type of thing. I go to the gym with my wife on occasion, but that's about it. I don't, my ears are never drenched. Even when earbuds weren't IP resistant or IP rated, I never had an issue with anything shorting out from sweating. You'll be perfectly fine. Don't get caught in a rainstorm with them. You'll be perfectly fine. But again, that is the video. If you like what you hear, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.